Today, we are going to get into the most significant pain points. There's 25 of them. There's more than 25 of them. I'll tell you that for sure. There's 25 pain points that I'm going to go over today that you're going to face on this journey to becoming a high value pro. By the way, if you've never seen me before, I help emerging and struggling photographers that are committed to changing their current 9-to-5 reality to the someone that makes the money from photography, paid for their ideas, paid for their creativity, paid for their work. I've been a pro photographer for 33 years. I've worked for tons of magazines. I shoot celebs for mags. You got to check my website, by the way, stevecarty.com. I started with shooting models. Then I transitioned into shooting magazine editorial. Then I added advertising. I added portraits. I've been working to help photographers just like you transition to working pros since 1995. And I've been working for years on shifting my mindset, and I've completely transformed my life and my business. I'm here to help you create your ideal photography life. And today we're going to be talking about the pitfalls that you're for sure going to face. But we got to stop because my actual brother, Opal Customs, has become another month member. Les, thank you. Appreciate you becoming a member, my big brother. Let's go. My older brother is my biggest inspiration. He's the one who actually, I can't say he got me into photography, but he got me into art. He got me into creativity. My brother, who is watching right now, is the one, they call him Opal Customs. He is an amazing car painter. He's an amazing artist. And he's been my biggest support since I was 14, since I was a kid. He raised me. And look, I'm about to have a birthday in a week or so. And my brother's here, 8 years older than me, still supporting. It's brilliant having family support. Big brother Les, thank you. Appreciate you becoming a member. Again, Vicky. Vicky's on a year. Vicky's almost been here for a year. Let's go, Vicky. Vicky for 11 months. Let's go. Vicky on the 11 months. Where's my smoke? For some reason, the smoke machine's not going, but it is turned on. Give it a second. Oh, there we go. Vicky, and Leslie, Opal Customs, Carty. Thank you for becoming a member. All right. So I appreciate you, big brother Les. Thank you for becoming a member. Honestly, and Vicky, thank you for becoming a member. Les as well. Oki becoming a member for 11 months. Let's go, Oki. Let's go. Steven becoming a member for 11 months. Michelle McIntosh becoming a member for 11 months. Let's go. All right, let's go, party people. I appreciate you guys for becoming members. This is kind of sick when you guys do this. Appreciate you. We're trying to add a little bit of light special effects here. Thank you for becoming members. Michelle, Oki, Steven, Vicky, Les, thank you for re-upping. Appreciate you all. So understand that we have to identify the pain points. And these pain points, emerging and struggling, like photographers that are emerging, struggling, or underperforming photographers. These are the photographers that face the biggest challenges as we're trying to transition you from hobbyists to professionals. Identifying those pain points helps you address them effectively. So today we're going to get into 25 pain points that I know that you will for sure encounter. And I'm going to go into detail on each one. And I'm going to give you actionable steps to get through that pain point because it's going to come. Hope you guys are ready. By the way, thank you for watching me live. I didn't introduce myself. I'm Carty. Hello. Welcome to another commercial-free stream. I do these streams every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Lots of big changes happening in the upcoming months with how I do my content. It's just, I'm so excited I'm just getting better. That's the whole vibe, is I'm just constantly trying to get better. Sean's asking, how do you pay for multi-month memberships? I wish there was a way to pay for multi-month memberships, but there's not. YouTube doesn't let that happen. Like, all you do is you sign up and you're just now a member until you decide to stop it. So thank you for becoming a member and signing up. And by the way, I do YouTube submissions on Thursdays. You can become a member there. And if you want me to set up multi-month payment for that, I'll make it so you can pay for a whole year of submissions and I'll give you a discount. If you want me to do that, just leave a comment if you're one of my photo submission members. Okay, so the number one pain point that you will find, that you will face as a photographer, number one, finding clients. Finding and securing clients who are willing to pay for your services is one of the most daunting tasks. The competitive nature of the photography market can make this whole thing feel like a significant challenge. Emerging photographers often struggle with visibility and differentiating themselves from more established professionals. So here's your actionable steps. Networking. Attend industry events, join photography groups, and engage with local businesses. Like local businesses, small business, build connections. What we're trying to do is establish relationships, word of mouth, referrals, and new opportunities. And also, so many photographers I talk to during my free consultation calls, they don't have an online presence at all. So make sure you have an online presence. Make sure you have a website. Optimize that website in your social media profiles to attract potential clients. Use SEO and create content for one type of client only. When you do that, say you do headshots, shoot only headshots, share only headshots on Instagram, then people who look at headshots, of course, you're going to use relevant keywords. You're going to make high quality work, and you're going to put cool call to actions that are kind of funny and quirky and hit people's pain points. You're going to do that in your descriptions. And also, client referrals. Encourage satisfying clients to refer you to others by offering a referral incentive. Create a referral incentive program that rewards clients for bringing you business. There's so many different ways that you can do that. Also, testimonials. Testimonials isn't in my notes. I'm sure I've put it in here somewhere, but collect testimonials from happy customers. Use those testimonials as social proof. It's a no-brainer. Number two, build a strong portfolio. By the way, are you making notes? Because I'm not making notes on the screen today. I'm just talking to you. I'm literally just raffling through these 25. If time permits, I'll take some questions. The questions specifically, what are your biggest pain points if I didn't touch on them on the list, and I'll help you solve them. Number two is building a portfolio. It's a problem to create a compelling and diverse portfolio that showcases your best work. It's a problem for many photographers, but it's essential. Many photographers struggle with curating their portfolio in a way that appeals to potential clients. Selecting the right images and presenting them effectively can be kind of challenging for many photographers. So here's your actionable steps. Select your best work, curate that portfolio with your strongest images that showcase your skills and style, and focus on quality over quantity. And have diverse examples of the style and subject matter that you shoot. Not, I can shoot flowers, I can shoot birds, I can shoot trees, I can shoot cars, I can shoot portraits. No. I shoot headshots. Here's headshots on location. Here's corporate headshots. Here's fashiony headshots. Here's styly headshots. Here's actor headshots. Here's loose lifestyle headshots. Just include diverse examples of the one thing that you do better than anything else. And what that does is it demonstrates your versatility and ensures that you cover different aspects of your niche. Show a range of scenarios, lighting conditions, composition. Consistency. This is where so many people have a hard time. Maintain a consistent visual theme that reflects your brand. Use similar editing styles and color schemes to create a cohesive look. How many people I see, one black and white picture is brown tone, the next one is like blue tone, and the next one is like black and white, and then the next one is like washed out black and white. It's like they're all black and white, but every black and white picture, you're putting a different like color balance on it because you feel like it. Like, there's no cohesion. It doesn't even make it look like it's all from one photographer. If you're doing that, stop immediately. Number three is marketing and branding. Here's your problem. Understanding how to market yourself and develop that strong personal brand. Like, I started this podcast with sunglasses on. Why? Because it fits within my personal brand. And you guys saw me come in here and be like, hey, what's up? Today we're going to talk about X, Y, and Z. And you're like, you looked at me and you're like, yeah, checks out, right? Because I wear this and this is just how I roll. So many photographers find it challenging to establish a unique identity in a saturated market. So here's your actionable steps. Create a brand identity, a clear brand identity, including your logo, dot matrix logo that you see everywhere. You're including color scheme and consistent messaging that actually reflects your unique style and your values. And also content, like your content is marketing. So regularly publish blog posts, videos, social media content that highlights your expertise and encourages your audience to actually act. Collaborate, partner with businesses, offer a free shoot, partner with influencers, offer them a free shoot to expand their reach and yours and to gain exposure to a new audience. Like, these pain points are things that you can get through. Pricing your work. I don't know how to price my work. Download my free pricing guide. Simple, easy breezy. There goes that pain point. You're going to learn so much on how to price your work. I didn't put it in the video description, but it is on the Carty method, like right above the fold. Pricing your work. The problem, determining the right pricing for your work without undervaluing your work or overpricing yourself out of the market. That's the struggle. Photographers feel uncertain about how to set their rates competitively, but also ensuring profitability. So here's your actionable steps. Market research. Investigate what other photographers in your area are charging for similar services. Compare their offerings, their understanding of the market, and their standards. And create value-based pricing. Set your pricing based on the value that you provide, not the time that you take to make it. If you're charging by the hour, stop immediately. Stop immediately. Consider the quality of the work that you're making, your experience, and the unique aspects that you bring to every project. Be transparent with your packaging. Offer clear and detailed pricing packages to make it easier for clients to understand your value. Include different tiers to cater to different budgets. Like, if one of your packages is too expensive, offer less for less so they still stay with you, so they don't have to go hire some hack photographer. Another pain point, balancing creativity and business. This is art and commerce, eh? This isn't a joke. There's a problem for a lot of photographers maintaining the balance between their creative vision, I want to be a photographer, and the business aspects of photography. I'll shoot that for you for $40. It's like no clue about business, seriously. And it's difficult for a lot of photographers because most people just pick up a camera, buy a camera, start shooting pictures, decide that they're kind of good at it, and then they just start charging. And they have no idea about the level of nuance that you have to understand with this. This is why I created this whole program. Photographers often feel torn between producing high quality work and running a profitable business. So here's your actionable steps. Schedule time. Allocate specific times for creative work, for your business tasks. Put them in your calendar to ensure both areas get active attention. So many people spend so much time shooting and they spend no time building their value business, creating value with their photography, and who would want that value? Who needs that value? In fact, most photographers just take pictures. They don't make pictures. We also have to outsource. Consider hiring an assistant. Consider hiring somebody who could retouch 1,000 times better than you on your own work. Outsource social media management if you don't know how to do it. Just send people pictures or send a manager, social media manager photos, tell them what your goal is and let them create the results. Outsource your administrative tasks. Like, are you doing your own accounting? What? Are you doing your own accounting? Get an accountant. Pay them $100 a month, $1,200 for the year, and forget about it. Do everything that they ask. Give them everything that they ask you to do, and forget about it. So at the end of the year or on April 21st, you're not like, oh my God, what do I? It's like, what, now you're thinking about it? Now when it's due? Outsource that stuff so you can focus on the stuff that you're the best at. So you can focus on more creative work. Business education. Invest in learning business management skills. By the way, Rodney, welcome back. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Invest in learning business management skills. Take a course. Use me as a mentor. Jump into my accelerator. It's going to help you better understand the business of photography. The business is not making photos, eh? The business is not making photos. Like my kids, I taught them how to use my 6D with a grip when they were 4 and 5 years old. They were taking pictures. Exposure, focus, click, click. 4 and 5 years old. So understanding camera operation does not make you a photographer. So if you have no idea, this is what the Carty method is for. Stop screwing around. You're literally hurting your reputation each time you go out there blowing your trumpet like I'm a photographer when like literally you're like a house of cards. One wrong question or one bad photo shoot is just going to put you out of business. So number 6 is managing your finances. Seriously, properly managing your finances, including budgeting, taxes, accounting, is a significant hurdle for so many photographers. Financial literacy. I lacked financial literacy. Now I am a financial literate MF. That financial literacy is so lacking in so many photographers because we're creative. Like, we're the creative side. We're not the money, the business side. We're the creative side. But if you don't lean in on that business money side, you will always, always, always be struggling. Here's your actionable steps. Financial software. Use financial management software to track your income and your expenses, which makes it easier for you to manage your finances. QuickBooks, Wave. Wave is free. QuickBooks is expensive. Hire an accountant. Consider hiring a professional accountant to manage your finances. If you have an LLC, if you have an incorporation, your taxes, your deductions, you're going to make so much money by just paying one person in a suit. $150, $100 a month, $200 a month, whatever it is, pay it. It's going to save you thousands of dollars in taxes. Budgeting. Create a budget that includes all your business expenses and stick to it. I literally have a business credit card, a business account. I have personal credit card, personal account. My business credit card, I only buy business stuff with that. It's not like I max out this one and then I start using that one. It's like literally, and I only buy things that someone else is paying for. You understand? Or something that's going to make me money or save me money. Super thing. 3 things. I buy things that someone else is paying for. B, it's going to make me money. It's going to make me so much money. I'll buy that. And it's going to save me money. It's going to save me so much money. I buy that. So plan for both long-term and short-term financial goals. Like, photography is like this. It goes up and down. So if you're not planning for when it's shit and you're just riding the wave and buying stuff because it's good, this is a wave. You have to be able to ride it even when it's low. Number 7, huge problem, time management. Like, photographers are the worst time management people I've seen going, myself included. And formerly. I got a lot. Just looking at all the different things that I do, 3 podcasts a week, a newsletter every Saturday, a coaching business, you can see that I effectively manage my time. I'm hyper disciplined with my time. And I'm also able to handle multiple shoots per month, editing, administrative. It's overwhelming for a lot of photographers. You can imagine. Poor time management with no clients. Imagine this. Poor time management with no clients. What are you going to be like when you have clients? 2 clients, 3 clients, 4, 5, and they all have different demands and different needs and different deadlines. How are you going to manage that without burning out or missing opportunities? You have to prioritize your tasks. You need to use a priority matrix to focus on the most important tasks first. Identify what tasks need immediate attention and what can be scheduled later. And also, do time blocking. Allocate specific time for different activities and stick to it. Every once in a while, I like to show people what my calendar looks like so they get an idea about the way that I do time blocking. My time blocking is insane. And the way that I schedule my week, everything that's green is work. Everything that's pink is broadcasting. Everything that's red is exercise. Everything that's yellow is personal. So I segment my calendar even into the evening when I'm doing social things. And everything is blocked off. And there's every time that I should be doing an Instagram post, when I post my Substack, when I should be starting my Substack post, when I should be creating YouTube content. Like, this is how you time block. So I have days every week. And if I go into some advanced days into my calendar where nothing's scheduled, like, oh my God, I have to go really far. When I go far where nothing's scheduled, you can see all the blocking, all of the things that's blocked off, because these are reoccurring things that happen every week. So time blocking. Allocate specific time blocks for different activities and stick to it like gold. Like literally, if it's not in my calendar, it's not happening. That helps you maintain a super structured workflow. People think that we should be multitasking. Multitask. Just multitask. Just multitask. Focus on one task at a time. That increases your efficiency and it reduces errors. Like when I work, my phone is on DND, like it is now. Like I'm listening to binaural beats, which is like dual frequency brain music that helps you focus. And I have headphones on. So like you can't even talk to me. Like and like 4 hours can go by and it's like, holy shit, it's like 4 hours go by. Like when you have a career that you're passionate about, it's like, oh my God, it's 5 o'clock. Like what happened to the day? Holy shit. Like I only did there's so much more things that I have to do. Like that's what your life is like when you work for yourself. When you work for someone else, it's like this. It's 9:03. I've been here for 3 minutes. It feels like I've been here for a lifetime. When is it 4 o'clock? When is it noon so I can take a break? And then you take a break. They give you 45 minutes? And that 45 minutes feels like you blink and you line up, get food, eat it, and it's like back to work. The difference is insane. Multitasking is a myth. It's a myth. Like anything that you're doing and then your phone rings and then now you're on that and then like something else happens and you go over there and then you're just lowering the efficiency and lowering the quality of your work. Literally, you're going to just do one thing till it's finished. Do one thing till it's finished and you're going to increase efficiency and reduce errors. There's certain types of things that you can do. It's called the lily pad method. The lily pad method is if you're advanced with your organization, like I like to think that I am, I know that I have to do something that's going to take 2 hours. Okay. So I will start it. Boom. Start it and do the heavy lifting and take it to the point where it's like almost half done. Then I'll take a break because it's taxing on my eyes, and I'll do something else for like a bit. And then I will jump over here and do something that's pressing. And then I will come back to that thing fresh and crush that second hour. It's called the lily pad technique, where you jump from lily pad to lily pad, all trying to like move your, like you need to do 7 things in the day. You can do one thing finished, one thing finished, one thing finished, one thing finished. You can do it that way, or you can lily pad it and jump back and forth. Both of them still get you to the finish. Okay, so both of them, by the way, ensure a higher quality work and faster completion times. You guys trying to glitch me to no avail? For some, oh yeah, because ATEM, my stream control, the IP changed, so there's no stream control for you guys today. Sorry, we'll bring it back next week, but that's we'll bring it back on Thursday. But it's a IP address just change all the time. Blah blah blah. Don't get distracted. So understand that multitasking is a myth. So stay away. Focus on one thing, and if you're gonna do multitasking, understand that you're not multitasking, you're lily padding. You're just jumping sideways, focusing 100% on that thing for a while, and then jumping back and getting back to 100% on this thing. Therefore, you can bring 2 or more things to the finish line all during the same amount of time. All right, so staying consistent. This is another thing that people suck at. Staying consistent, maintaining consistency in their style, in their work. It's like, and also in their activities, can be extremely challenging when it comes to meet the incredibly diverse demands of different clients and all the different hats that you have to wear as a professional photographer. Consistency is the key to building a recognizable brand and gaining trust. Like, we're actually trying to gain trust. These lights are making me tired. We're trying to gain trust here, honestly. And there's some actionable steps that we can do. First of all, develop a style guide that outlines your visual and editing standards. Like, you could do a style guide on me as far as like my fashion, as far as like always sunglasses. If you see me outside, you know, like I have a bunch of them. Always wear black unless I'm wearing white. And like that's like my personal style. But then my brand style, you guys know, like this pink branding you see in the down here, you see like this magenta that I sprinkle through my branding, like my dot matrix logo, which you see here on my hat, you see on this sticker. Like there's branding that I keep consistent throughout all of my material, and you need to do that too. It helps maintain a consistent look across all of your material, including your work. So you got to practice this, eh? You got to practice to maintain and improve your skills and like your brand. So set aside time to experiment with new techniques to refine your photography skills, but also go to H&M and buy some clothes and refine your own packaging. Important to get feedback, eh? It's important to get feedback. Like, hey, what was the worst part of our shoot today? Your bad breath. What? I didn't expect that in a million years. And yeah, the client's like, yeah. And if you, I mean, for me, I'm just making this up, but this is like, for me, I'm mental about like, look at my teeth. I'm mental about oral hygiene because like I check mouthwash like 20 times a day. Like, I'm insane about it because I paid for these teeth. And I also remember what it was like for me, like before I paid so much attention to my mouth. So it's like, get feedback from clients. They'll be like, you took too long to deliver the shots. You know, like I couldn't help but noticing like you needed a shower. Like this kind of stuff that's so frustrating when I hear or experience from people who I'm coaching, people who I'm mentoring in person, past like certain assistants that haven't assisted me a lot, that are having an opportunity to come meet me. These are the things that I'm just like, do these 3 things: get a shower, use deodorant, use mouthwash. and you'll be allowed to come back. Seriously, because right now you're pissing me off. So like, these are small things that without that feedback, I had a makeup artist, girl, small town, BO, didn't wear deodorant, never had to. She lived in the country. No one ever talked about it. And like, now she's an amazing makeup artist. And it's like, I had to be like, deodorant. And do you understand how embarrassing it was to have that conversation? But I cared about her enough, and I wanted to work with her again enough, and I wanted her to succeed in this city enough to say the hardest thing that I've ever had to say to a girl. Guess what? She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And then like fixed it, and boom, became like a superstar in this city. And we still talk about it. Feedback. It's a pill, but we all need it. It's like, it ensures that our work is just at another level, and the experience with us is at another level. Use that feedback to make adjustments and improvements. Dealing with rejection. This is another thing. Cry me a river. Dealing with rejection. Like, handling rejection and criticism gracefully is a significant emotional challenge. Many photographers, they struggle with self-doubt when they're faced with negative feedback. There's a pill you can take. I've eaten it so many times. I don't want to curse, but it's called I don't give a F. That's the pill. You just take it. Oh. And it's not to be disrespectful, but it's just, I don't care what other people think about what I'm doing on my journey. I don't care what other people are talking about me when I'm on my journey. Like, if you're getting criticism, maybe that's your perspective. Maybe you should flip it and be like, feedback. Wow, my pictures are dark. So when I hear my pictures are dark and now I fix that, clients aren't saying your pictures are dark. It's just me. I'm just another photographer. Like, I'm just one opinion. I have some of you like hanging on like life or death with my opinion, whether I like a photo or don't like a photo. It's still, take the I don't give a F pill. Just take it. And when you post a photo for review, if I'm like, no, not feeling it, I'm always going to give you a reason. I'm not going to just hate a photo for no reason. And you know that. It's going to be bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Address all of those things. You've also seen me, same photographer. Oh my God, this is the best shit ever. Oh my God. You've seen that too. So it's like, if you are like depending on that, then you're up and down with my reactions. Just have no reaction. Be neutral. Wow, Carty loved that. Photo of the week. Amazing. On to the next one. Carty hated that. Wow, that sucked. On to the next one. No like emotional roller coaster. Just literally like an arrow firing, screaming to the target. Do you think it cares that it goes through clouds or rain or thunder or sun? It's just, I'm on a target. Don't praise me. It gives me too much ego. Tell me what I'm doing wrong so I can fix it and be the ultimate warrior when it comes to photography. Here's your actionable steps. Mindset training. Engage in mindset training and resilience exercises to help you build some mental strength, Meditation, positive affirmation, and speaking to supportive communities. I built one. Join the Carty Method community. Go to the Carty Method, blah, blah, blah. Constructive feedback. Seek constructive feedback. Don't hide from it. Seek it. Use it to improve your work. Learn to view criticism as an opportunity for growth rather than a personal attack. Think about it. I built a support network, and you can build a support network of other photographers or just use mine. There's so many fellow industry professionals that you can share experiences and encouragement with. I touched earlier on networking. There's a problem. Photographers don't have a professional network and they're not skilled. They have no experience building connections with other photographers, with other industry professionals or potential clients. It's crucial, but nobody does it. So you have to fix that. You have to fix it. And how you fix it, I gotta move this camera. Oh, it's this camera. Oh, ouch. Ouch. Ouch, that hurt. Do you see me whack my elbow? There it is. Too far. Right there. Beauty. You have to network. And you have to get good at networking. You got to get good at it. So here's your actionable steps. Attend events. You two are too old, so you're not going anywhere, I'm sure. But you can. You guys are watching right now that aren't these two Jerrys. Participate in photography workshops, seminars, industry conferences, meet new people, and expand your network. Join my community. I might say it a couple of times today. Join the community. Be active in not just my online community, but others. Social media groups. I mean, I don't really mess with Facebook, but you need to understand how to be magnetic, and you practice on other photographers so then you can deploy it out on real clients. Like, hang out in communities and learn how to be magnetic. I do it all the time. It's fun. And choose like communities on LinkedIn more so than Facebook. And join communities. If you're an actor, you join actor imagine if you're trying to do actor headshots, join actor communities, because you serve something that everybody in that community needs. You could just hang out with them without even hard selling and get tons of work. And follow up. After you meet someone, follow up with them. Follow up with a friendly message or an email to keep that connection alive. Offer to collaborate on something or to share some sort of a cool opportunity. Learning new skills. It's like this. I thought 20s were cool. I thought my 20s were cool. I thought my 30s were cool. In my 40s was when, oh my God, in my 40s, I first started to put it together. In my 40s, after 20 years of business. And in my 50s, oh my God. Now I'm just getting started. Now I'm like, oh my goodness. I wish I knew what I know now when I was 20, which is why I teach it to you guys. So all you guys who are young in your 20s, stay close. Join my accelerator. So learning new skills. We have to continually update our skills in order to stay abreast of what's happening in photography. There's new techniques, there's software, and there's equipment, and there's so many things that have been invented to make our life easier, but you probably spend no time learning about that. You're not using Calendly, or you're not using like Notion, or you're not using any of these things that just are made to make your life so much easier. You're not using Indie, link in the description below. That's all I'm gonna say. Free proposals, contracts, like invoicing. It's client portal. So you like front to back with the client. Like Indie is genius. I'm going to literally make an entire video just on how sick their client portal is. There's so many resources that you need to learn. So here's some actionable steps. Take a course, like literally enroll in something. Most people just pick up a camera and start taking pictures and start holding their hand out and asking for money. Give me money for photo. It's like no training, no classical training, no concept, no ideas. They're just take. And now they want to take money. So invest in yourself, for gracious sake. Invest in yourself. Literally take an online workshop. I do them. Take a course, like learn new skills and techniques, learn them at your own pace, like one-on-one training. Like there's so many different ways, and you got to practice incessantly. Set aside the time each week to practice one new thing that you suck at, and experiment with one new thing that you could add to your style, like artificial light, because you're afraid of it. You got to be informed, eh? Follow industry blogs. Like it's called a book. It's not called a portfolio. It's called your book. It's like, have you seen my book? It's like, you have a book? It's like, it's my portfolio. It's called a book. Like you need to know industry lingo. Like I've helped photographers just with industry lingo walk into an agency, say the right thing, and have agents pulling models off the wall, like pulling portfolios off the wall and being like, you can shoot anybody you want, just because I gave them the right language. This is the kind of shit that you get in my accelerator. So you can watch all the tutorials you want. For me, it's like you can get all the information that you want, but you need to have help with implementation. Usually people need help with implementation, because without help with implementation, you just end up doing imitation. And imitation usually falls incredibly flat because you're not using enough of the information. So you can create implementations or innovations, which is what I try to do. So you need to follow industry trends though, and know what the hell's going on so you can stay up on the latest trends, on the latest advancements. And you hear me say so often, like, DSLRs are dead. Well, why do I know that? Well, because every major camera manufacturer has stopped manufacturing them. And that's not a slight on anybody who has one. I'm just saying it just is. It's like me saying it's raining outside, and because you're outside in the rain, you're complaining because I'm calling the news. Like, don't be upset with me because Canon discontinued, just did DSLR. Sony never made one. Fuji never made one. Nikon discontinued the DSLR, and every other major brand. Like, don't hate the player. Like, this is just how it is. Why? Because mirrorless is better. That's why. Stay motivated. It's difficult to stay motivated. Who's got a question for me, Sean? I'm on a flow here. Save the questions to the end, please. It's just going to frustrate me. Keeping up motivation and enthusiasm is a problem, especially when you're not seeing immediate results. That's a challenge for most people. Like, when you work out, I'm a fatty, so I need to work out. So you go to the gym, you work out, and it hurts. Ow, it hurts. Ow. So then you stop. So guess what happens? Nothing. I went to the gym. I tried it once. It hurt. I stopped. Wow. You understand? All work works on you until you lock it in, and then it starts to work for you. Like, you have to keep the motivation up, even if you don't see results. Even if you don't see results, you could be digging for gold and the gold is just below where you stop digging. It's challenging to journey from emerging hobbyist, struggling, to successful, thriving, ballin' photographer. It's a journey, but you commit to the journey and you know that it's going to be hard, but you do it anyways. So here's your actionable steps. Set goals. Yo, Alvarez, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you, my guy. Set goals. Set long-term goals and break your long-term goals down into smaller, manageable tasks, and celebrate each milestone. Find inspiration. Surround yourself with inspiring work from amazing photographers. You're in the right place. I have the best photographers, literally, that are struggling, the best photographers that are struggling, emerging, on the verge of blowing up. They all are watching me right now. So you're in the right place. Submit to exhibits. Submit to contests and engage with the creative community. Stay connected. Engage with other photographers, other creative professionals. Share experiences, share challenges, share successes, and talk about how you got through some stuff. Number 13 is finding your niche. Like, I feel like literally a broken record. Here's the problem. Identifying and specializing in a particular niche of photography. One, it's daunting. Many photographers struggle to find an area where they can excel and stand out. So here's your actionable steps. Experiment. Try different types of photography to see what you enjoy and where you excel. And do market research. Analyze market demand and identify gaps where you can actually offer something unique to your marketplace. And develop expertise. Nobody hires Bob the camera guy when they have a Lamborghini that they want to photograph. They're going to hire the best car photographer that they can afford, the best wedding photographer that they can afford, the best product photographer that they can afford, the best headshot photographer that they can afford. And the list goes on and on. If you want to have something photograph taken, you're getting married, your kid's getting married, you are going to hire John, who's never taken a wedding photograph in his life, for the most important day of your daughter's life. Yeah, just give that guy $100 to see what he can get. Or are you going to hire a guy or a girl that's what they do? They literally, that is all they do, is under pressure create magic moments on days that can't be recreated. And that guy, he charges $10,000 versus the $100. Literally, it's up to you. Because for me, it doesn't matter who you hire, but who do you want to be? That's what I'm trying to ask you. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be Bob the photographer who just collects his $100 from shooting a product this day and maybe a wedding and maybe a headshot and maybe or do you want to be the insane expert with all the specialized equipment and everything just to do that one thing that they've identified as a niche, that they focused on, that they build their skills up to the point, the knowledge up to the point where they could become an expert, where they can charge $10,000 a day plus expenses, plus Number 14 is legal stuff. Understanding and navigating the legal stuff, contracts, copyright, model releases. It's crucial, but it's overwhelming. So here's the actionable steps. Educate yourself, take courses, read books, or join Indie. $7 a month. All the legal documents, model releases, contracts, all legal, created with a lawyer, insert your information, put your photo at the top, send. Literally, legally binding contracts. Because you always need to use a written contract for your shoots to protect your rights and your clarity, right? To clarify the terms that you have with your clients. So why wouldn't you just pay $7 for a service that's just built and it's made for freelancers? You just type in photography, this, and it's boom, it spits out a contract for you. Or seek legal advice. When in doubt, consult a lawyer. Get a lawyer who specializes in photography or creative industries. Client communication. Effective client communication, which is another reason, these client portals that Indie has, is live chat, private with your client, back and forth as they're looking through the shots and you're looking through them together, collectively, collaboratively. They can make notes on stuff. They can flag stuff. It's sick. Having effective communication with your clients, understanding their needs, managing their expectations are critical skills that many photographers need to improve. So here's your actionable steps. Actively listen. Pay close attention to your client's needs and ask questions to clarify, to ensure that you understand their vision. And create a clear proposal, a detailed proposal, detailed contracts that outlines your services, your deliverables, your timelines, and regularly update your clients throughout the whole project with so they know exactly what's going on, and give them little snippets of your work as you're working on it. Photographers also, huge pain point, the cost of equipment. It's well, I'm shooting with the Canon M50. It's a Mark II. It's it's a toy. It's a toy. It's yeah, but it's listen, any camera that has you making photos is amazing. Any camera that has you making photos is amazing. But once you get into the professional world and the demand of shooting thousands of frames in an 8-hour period and tethering, lens changes and all this stuff and lights and plugging in cages and why invest in something that you're just going to have to buy again? You know what I mean? It's I want to be a dentist. I'm going to set up a dentist office. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy all entry-level dental equipment. And then when I get good at dentistry, I'll buy the good stuff. Because that's what everybody does. right? It's like they buy a camera because they have no idea about it. And then as soon as they start to realize, oh my God, I really want to make this a career, then they're like looking at this toy. But then they try to justify it. That's the thing that I get the most for. It's like they're trying to justify it. It's like, well, it's just APS-C is the same as full frame. And it's like spoken by someone who's never shot with a pro camera. You know what I mean? Like, do you want to be the photographer that's known as the good enough guy? I'm the good enough guy. I shoot APS-C. It's good enough. I use PCs. Good enough. You know, I got my Dell notebook. That's good enough. I got my IBM ThinkPad. It's good enough. You might be good enough guy. It's like, how do photographs? They're good enough. Oh my word. So yeah, your equipment costs some money. The high cost of photography equipment, keeping it up to date, it's a significant financial burden for emerging photographers. Significant. Good. Seriously, good. Because too many hacks. If the price to entry was lower, there'd be more hacks out there creating bullshit work. Here's your actionable steps. Budget wisely. Prioritize essential equipment and invest in high quality, versatile gear that can be used in all kinds of situations. Rent the good stuff. Rent equipment. Consider renting expensive equipment for specific shoots instead of purchasing it outright. Buy used gear. My R5, which I bought brand new and paid $57.99, like plus the grip, plus an extra battery, the bill was $7,000. I bought it the month, if not the week that it came out in Canada. Had it. Boom. And I'd been planning to make that purchase for 4 months. Planning. Knew it was coming out, did all the research, but as soon as it came out, boom, got it. That camera is now brand new in a box, $39.99. Same camera. It's $2,500 less just because, although it's new, because they're about to drop the Mark II. So buy the Mark I and save that much. Oh my goodness, buy an R5 today, because you could buy one for $4,000 where I spent. And again, this is a future-proof camera, meaning you can use this camera body for 10 years. The last camera I had, which was the 5D SR, I used it until it not shooting 4K video became a real limitation, and the eye tracking and the focus became a real limitation. And then I flipped it and got the R5. All right. So buy used gear if you have to, or buy the latest when you know another is just going to come out. I'm an expert at Canon gear, not an expert at any other brand, except for like Hasselblad. So, honestly, you need to be able to get high quality equipment, save some money if you can, without compromising on quality. Here's the next thing. And again, by the way, if you don't agree with me, it's okay. It doesn't offend me if you don't agree. We all have opinions. This is just mine. Number 17 is your editing workflow. Here's the problem. Developing an efficient editing workflow that ensures high quality results without excessive time investment. Like, it used to take me 4 hours for photo, 4 hours. Now, I don't spend remotely anywhere near that much time with each final. I just shoot them, meticulously light them. And, you know, it's like when I need meticulous retouching, I just hire a retoucher. Because it just takes too much time for me. I'd rather just pay somebody $25 a picture to just do them. Here, there's 40 pictures though. It's like, yep, $25 each. Cool. Guess what? I'm charging $50 for 50 per. So I will split that money in half and give half of that money to the person who's actually doing the work so I can do something else. That's just smart money. Come on. Or make all the money and lose a week. Over $50 a picture. Come on. Oh my word. There's no show commands today. The clip command won't be working either, guys. Sorry. There's other ways to make clips from this episode, but There's a IP thing. Sorry. So we need to develop an efficient editing workflow. Here's your actionable steps. Software mastery. Learn to use editing software, Lightroom, Photoshop efficiently. If you're not using shortcuts like Command Q, Command W, Command N, Shift Command N, Shift Option, Command Option Shift S, if you're not using like shortcuts, if you find yourself in Photoshop going up to File, click, going down, pulling over, each time you do that, look, you're going to see a shortcut at the end of each one of those. There's a shortcut there. Learn those shortcuts. I know every single one in Photoshop. People watch me do Photoshop and they're like, bro, you don't ever go to the menu? I'm like, I don't need to. I memorized all of those shortcuts. So next, that's software mastery. You have to do some Lightroom courses, if you're slow. You need to do some Photoshop courses if you're slow. Like, watch a tutorial. Like, do something. And also create presets, actions, things that you do over and over and over again. Develop a preset or an action. So all of those common adjustments, it just speeds up your editing process and helps you maintain consistency. There's people who don't know what actions are. Which actually blows my mind that people don't know what actions are. Like, there's something that you want to resize, but there's 100 photos that you have to do, all 100 that all resize the same way. Do the first one, record the action as you're doing it, save it, stop the action, and then open that folder and apply the action, and it just resizes the whole folder. Like, it's so easy to do, but I'm realizing so many people don't know how to do some of these simple things, which would save hours of work, that it's like, I don't want to turn into a channel that I'm now doing Photoshop training. It's just, I'm so specialized. I don't want to also do that. You know what I mean? Watch Anthony Morganti. Organizing your files. There's nothing that's going to help more than keeping your files well organized with a consistent naming convention, folder structure. It makes your editing and your life so much easier. Self-promotion. This is number 18. We're coming up to the end of this list today. And understand, self-promotion, being able to confidently promote yourself, without coming across as too pushy or self-centered, it's like a delicate balance to achieve. And it's something that I'm continuously trying to walk that line. But how you're going to do it is you're going to showcase your work regularly. You're going to update your website and your social media profiles with your latest work, your latest and greatest. And anybody who double taps on your picture and likes it, go to their profile and double click something on them and make a nice comment on one of those pictures. Respond to comments, respond to all your messages, and interact with people who interact with your work, and your shit will blow up right away. How many times when someone likes your picture, do you go to their profile and like 20 of theirs? Send them a DM and be like, oh my God, thank you so much for visiting my account. What brought you to my account today? I'm looking for a photographer. You didn't know that 35 seconds ago, did you? You just thought that they were kicking dirt. But now, because you engaged back with them and you liked a few of those photos, if there's anybody in business, any company that you want to work for, any person that you want to photo shoot, you don't want to do a shoot for them, the first thing you have to do is follow them on social. Then follow them on LinkedIn. 2 places. Follow them on LinkedIn, follow them on social. And then start interacting with their posts. Like, hey, oh my God, cute. Whatever, you know what I mean? You don't have to be crazy. You don't have to stalk them. But what you're going to learn, they have 2 kids. You're going to learn they like snowboarding. You're going to learn that, hey, they used to be a pro skater. You're going to learn, hey, they like photography as well. They kind of fancy themselves a photographer as well. You're going to learn so much backstory about them. And then you send them a message on LinkedIn. And you're like, hey, John, I'm loving your Instagram. I mean, hey, you think we could meet up for a coffee? And now it's now you have this inside track and you know all of this stuff about this person, with the things that they like, the things that they don't like, the things that they're political about. And you can curb a whole conversation and messaging that instantly connects with them and makes them feel like they know you already. Spend Mondays doing that. Just spend Mondays doing that and watch your business explode. Share your story. Like, oh, I don't show myself in my social media. That's why you're not working. Because you're not showing yourself. Because people want to hire a person. They don't want to hire the result. Seeing photos from you, cool beans. Everybody does that. But how about, this is Rob. Look at how bad Rob's photo was. Here's me taking pictures of Rob. Here's me taking pictures of Rob. Here's Rob posing. Oh my God, look at Rob's happy face. Here's what Rob says about me. Oh my God, that guy, blah, 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 was so good. What a great experience. And swipe to the end to see the final results. Wow. Swipe to the, remember the first shot? Here's the lot. Now what, like, are you doing that with your social media? It's like, this is why no one gives a shit about your social media, because you're not giving them any reason to. You're not sharing a story. You're not sharing a story. You're not telling anything captivating. Here's this photo I took. Cool. No shit's given. Literally. Tell me a story. Oh my God, I almost died when I made this photo. I'm listening. Like, create some sort of tension. Create some sort of like, dude, if this, like, I waited 45 days to get this. Like, make it something compelling. Like, literally. Use blog posts, videos, social media to share your journey, the behind the scenes content, the personal insights. That's what makes my social media gold. And my social media lately is blowing up because I just tell stories and I hit pain points like I'm hitting with you today. Work-life balance. Many photographers are going to fail right here. Maintaining a healthy work-life balance, especially managing a business, creative career, wife, kids, girlfriend, difficult. Leads to stress, leads to burnout. Here's your actionable steps. Set boundaries. Define clear working hours and stick to them, and avoid overworking yourself. Take breaks, schedule regular breaks throughout the day to rest, to recharge, and prioritize your own self-care. Make time for activities that promote your well-being. You hear me, like, I'm riding bikes. Sorry, I'm going to ride bikes, or I'm swimming, or I'm camping, or whatever. Like, those exercise, those hobbies, spending time with loved ones, that stuff makes you a rounded individual. It creates character. It creates integrity and makes it so when you're working, you're working. And when you're having fun with your loved ones, you're all in there as well. Adaptability. Here's your problem. Maybe. Being adaptable to changing trends. How many photographers are still holding on to film photography? Holding on to it. But I shoot film because I like it. It's like, bro, you're holding on to film because you refuse to learn the trend that's been going for the last 20 years. Now you're just trying to be different. But the industry is a rushing river. What that meant was you planted your flag on the film shore, and this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. And the industry is like, cool beans, guy. And the industry just rolled by you. So you're back there shooting film with your film camera and like wondering what, and it's all cool with your like Fuji and like, but nobody gives a shit. It's a novelty. Like working pro photographers, do you think they're shooting film? No. So why are you? Adaptability. Being adaptable to changing trends, learning the skills that you need to do that are happening right now. Like, oh, no, I want to learn a skill that was happening 20 years ago, that died 20 years ago. I have a Hasselblad. I have an anniversary edition, it's a trophy. Like, I love it. I shot Pharrell and Kanye and so many amazing people, like Tom York from Radiohead. Like, it's right there. I have it. I'll pull it out maybe at some point. But I don't rest on that. Like, it's like my whole identity, you know? Like, I don't even talk about it. I have a Hasselblad, like one of the most desirable cameras in the world. I don't even talk about it. It's not like hanging on my shoulder. It's not over there because it's too bait. It's too bait. I don't even tell people I have it. Ignore everything I said. I don't have a Hasselblad. Being adaptable to changing trends, client needs, industry standards, it's essential, but it's challenging and daunting for so many photographers. So here's your actionable steps. Stay informed. Keep up with the industry trends, the news, like know what's going on with technological advancement, and experiment. Be open to trying something new, eh? Like your comfort zone is where your dreams go to die. Stop hanging out there. Be open to trying new techniques, new styles, and new technology so you can stay relevant. And if you don't have a feedback loop, I create a feedback loop here on Thursday. Every Thursday, I review photos. Join simply by going to this link. The video description will have that as well. Regularly seek feedback, not just from clients, but your peers, like from your peers first, so you can turn those peers into clients. Like, and if you're not getting feedback from clients, you might not know why they're not hiring you again. It could be because you're too expensive, or it could be because your work is shit. You don't know, but you need feedback. And once you get that feedback, you can understand how you can improve and adapt. Number 21 is content creation. Why are you watching me right now, by the way? Why? Because I'm speaking directly to you and I'm giving information that's relevant to you that you can use tomorrow to change the reality that you had today. That's why you're listening to me. You know what this is called? It's called content. Content is king. And what I'm winning with you right now, what I'm winning is your attention. I'm winning your attention. You're watching me because I'm helping you, obviously. If I wasn't bringing you value, why would you be paying any attention to me at all? Just watch somebody else. Watch Peter McKinnon. He's fun. So I make content, but not just any content. I problem solve for you. I solve your problems with my content. And I also remind you about problems that you're probably going to face. And for the people who have money that are willing to invest, I can solve your problems faster. So consistently creating valuable and engaging content for social media and for marketing purposes while also managing client work seems overwhelming. Here's your actionable steps. You create a content calendar. You plan your content in advance with a content calendar to ensure you're actually going to post regularly. And you batch your content. You create multiple pieces of content in one session. You go out, you do one shoot with one girl, and then you do shoot another girl, and you shoot another girl, and then you bleed out that content for the next 2 weeks. And you don't have to post every day. You just need to post enough that you can stay consistent and just continually be feeding new work. It's amazing and positive into the universe. So create multiple pieces of content at once. Secret time. At times when I make my videos, I shoot 2 at once. I shoot 3 at once. Guess what? I pull my t-shirt off, put another t-shirt on. Instead of shooting it here, I shoot it over there. And I do them all the same day. So then in one day, I shoot 3 videos. And then guess what? For the next 3 weeks, I don't have to make videos because they're made already. You have a newsletter. You're having a hard time with your consistency on Substack. One day, you're in a flow. You're feeling it. You got all these ideas. You just write. Don't just write like for nothing. Write for a specific person that you're trying to help so much that could be a potential client, and just voraciously write, and then look at them and be like, wow, that's so much writing. That could be 3 posts. Great. Now your first post, and then you're like, guess what? I'm going to wrap up there. Tune in next week to read the next part, and I'll break down this next section. So now you're serializing your content, so you have people coming back week after week to find out what's going to happen next. I learned how to do this, I learned how to do this. You can learn how to do this too. I can teach you. Consistency, man. I'm a consistency, I'm insane. Consistency. I will tattoo consistency on my arm, I'll tattoo it on me, because that's how much I believe that consistency changed my life. Consistency changed my life. I'm here for you, even if you're not here for me. I'm here for you. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, every Sunday, I'm here for you. Always, always, always. And I'll be live. You can ask me questions sometimes. Use different formats of this content. Like, you shoot something, it could be a blog post, it could also be an Instagram post, it could also go on Twitter, you could also talk about it on Substack. That's one photo shoot that you've repurposed in 4 different places. Securing repeat business. Pain point. Oh, they hired me once and then they never called me back again. I've been there. It's because you didn't turn a one-time client into a repeat customer because of excellent customer service, relationship management, follow-ups. These is areas where clients struggle. What could I have done to make that shoot better? Oh my God, if you had have done this, this, and this, I would have been so thrilled. Guess what? The next time you book me, guarantee that's going to be there. They're just going to book you again to see if you remembered. And then, of course, remember and kill it for them. So here's your actionable steps. Exceed expectations, not just deliver. We're talking about over delivering. Always deliver more than what you promised. It leaves a lasting impression. Follow up. Stay in touch with past clients through follow-up emails, newsletter, or personalized messages. And create a loyalty program. Offer a loyalty program or a discount for repeat clients to encourage them to return. Hey, by the way, you know what? You hired me this year. Guess what? If you book me within the next week and you can guarantee that you're going to give me a deposit of 50%, I'll take 20% off from last year. Dude, really? It's like, yeah, bro. But guess what? I'm only going to do that if you hire me next year as well. How about that? I don't want to be just your photographer. I want to be a creative partner. I want to build this thing up with you. I want, when you think photography, you're not looking left and right. You're just thinking about Carty. That's it, because I got you. Digital presence. Photographers are failing here miserably. Building and maintaining a strong digital presence through a website, social media, online portfolio, it's critical, but it's neglected. Like, so often neglected. Here's your steps. Your professional website is your store, It's your store. It's like the first line of content. Forget about Instagram, because anybody who's really wanting to throw real money down, and unless you have the talk like I do, it's really hard to you got to get good at it. But your professional website can speak for you. So invest in Squarespace or invest in Adobe Portfolio, because you're paying for Creative Cloud already. Adobe Portfolio is free. Make an easy to navigate website that showcases your portfolio, provides essential information. SEO optimization. Optimize your website for content, for search, so engines can find you. It increases your visibility. I've showed before, how crazy I am with SEO. If you go to Google, and I'll show you, we'll just do a live demo. If you go to Google, right now, and type editorial, portraits, Toronto, right there, boom, Steve Carty photographer. Right there. First out of, it doesn't tell me how many things anymore. But you see, because I shoot editorial portraits, my SEO, and I understand what people search. So it says right there, editorial portraits. Toronto photographer Steve Carty, editorial portraits. So if you type editorial portraits Toronto, boom, Steve Carty photographer. Because that means I also know how to name my website. SEO, like, you're losing people if they can't find you. And if they don't know your name, they're never going to find you. They're not going to be searching Mark Smith photographer. Click, show me your website, Mark. It's like, no, they're just typing photographer Tucson, go. Food photographer Tucson, go. Car photographer Sacramento, go. So if you're not specializing, which I talked about earlier, you can't be categorized. If you can't be categorized, you can't be searched. And if you can't be searched, you don't get work, which is why you specialize. Seems pretty simple, doesn't it? So consistent social media posting. That doesn't mean daily. It means consistent. Regularly update your social media profiles with high quality content and engage with your followers. Don't just throw shit out to the void and then like cry because people aren't liking it. Like, engage with other people's stuff and other people will engage with your shit. Stop not doing that and then crying because people aren't doing it with yours. And this feedback loop I touched on earlier, if you think that you're an amazing photographer, you already are failing. If you think that you're amazing, I'm going to say this again. If you think that you're an amazing photographer, your business is over. Because that ego alone will kill your business. Ask me if I think I'm an amazing photographer. I'll say, I think I started to get good around 50. It was 3.5 years ago, 4 years ago. Around 50, I started to get good. Bro, I shot Kanye in my 30s. I shot Radiohead in my 20s. I shot Tony Bennett in my 20s. Oscar Peterson, Phil Collins, like in my 20s. I don't say I'm good. I don't say I'm amazing. I'm just like, you tell me. You let me know what you think about my photography. Because this isn't an ego-based thing for me. I'm in the service business. I facilitate people with photography. And it's not ego-based. I do this because it's my passion. I love it more than anything. But if you're walking around with your nuts swinging, bragging about how great a photographer you are, and you have no bank account, no magazine covers, you've never been in Vogue, you've never been published, shut the fuck up. Constructively using feedback to improve your skills in your services without taking it personally is a critical growth area. The people who are brave enough to have me review their photos are on a 10x trajectory than the people who are too nervous, too scared, too like about like having anybody, like not just me, have anybody who's a pro look at your work. So again, they'll either be nice and say, wow, that sunset's beautiful, like you're going to get with Scott Kelby and that bullshit, or you're going to get me, where I'm going to tell you the truth. Actionable steps. Seek feedback. Actively seek feedback from clients, from peers, and from a mentor like me, because I don't screw around. And it's going to help you gain a different perspective. And then when you get that, reflect. That hurt my feelings. But then implement. Reflect on the feedback you received and implement the necessary changes that's going to improve your work. And you're going to go from like, to like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you. I knew that hurt my feelings because I was an egocentric person. Now that you've knocked me down a notch, I can approach this without ego, just trying to be the best, and watch how your work jumps up here. The photographers with the biggest ego, their work is usually here. The photographers with no ego, they don't even talk about themselves. They're embarrassed. Their work is usually here. Photographers who are these kind of people, I'm trying to give them a little bit more ego. Like, and you need more ego. Let me give you some ego. You're amazing. You're amazing. And I continually do that within my show and within my photo reviews. I praise those that need it. But those that need like to be taken down a notch, that was me when I was in photography school. Because I had a portfolio full of models. Like, I was the best photographer in the school when I was there. But that ego, I literally had professors just pull my pants down and spank me on the bum and show me that I didn't know anything, not a fucking thing. So it's necessary. And that humbled me early. So I would always strive to be the best and realize that there are photographers that are doing better than you with less equipment, and they did it 50 years ago. So yeah, it takes necessary changes that we have to implement the feedback received and implement that into our work, incorporate that into our work. And understand that this whole life thing is continuously learning. When you embrace a mindset of continuously learning, continuously improving, always looking for ways to get better, enhance your skills, connect with people, be friendly, be likable, like be nice, like there's all like kind more so than nice. If you're that, you just can't fail. You know, there's so many photographers that I've met and I coach, and I'm just like, you're so likable. You have all the right character qualities. Like, it's going to be such a pleasure watching your business blow up because I know it's going to happen because you have qualities of a successful person, and others have to teach them qualities of a successful person and then build that confidence up as well. It's a bit more difficult. And the last point is scalability. This is the last pain point that many photographers are going to face, is figuring out how to scale, whether it's through hiring an assistant or a retoucher or expanding into video or increasing your client base. Like, figuring out how to scale is a significant challenge. So here's your actionable steps. Delegate tasks. Seriously, think about just cleaning your house. Just think about cleaning your house and how you spend, I need a drink. That's probably the problem. If you spend an hour a day cleaning your house, an hour a day, it's 7 hours a week. It's 28 hours a month. Or you just hire somebody to come once a week and do it. And all those days that you're putting an hour into it, just don't do anything. Just leave it. And then at the end of the week, someone just comes and just puts your house back together, and you just pay them $300. Like, the amount of time that you get back from doing that, it's like a nickel holding up a dollar. And then the amount of money that you could be making with that free extra hour per day compounded over a lifetime. This is another thing I talked about like last episode, or I talked about during my meetup. Yeah, it was my meetup. I have a driver. Like, I drive, but I don't drive. You understand? Like, whenever I'm shooting, I have a driver. I have an assistant. His name's Jason. Jason picks me up. He loads my cameras into his car, and then I sit into the passenger seat and I do like this. If I need to, if it's a super early shoot, or I do like this on my phone, sending messages, doing social, following emails, and someone is driving me to my photo shoot. So when I get to my photo shoot, I'm chilling. There's no, oh my God, sorry about parking, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, so I work the whole way there, and then coming back, I sleep the whole way. I sleep while Jason fights traffic and is like, but I'm just like. And then when we arrive, I'm like, are we here? And then I unlock my door, and Jason unloads all the gear, puts it away. I say, throw that there, take my memory card, put it there, blah, blah, blah. And then I high five him, give him a hug. I'll see you in the next one. Like, come on. Like, driving myself, that's like just a waste of time. Seriously, there's so much work that I can do while someone else is driving me to a place that I need to go. Like, now I'm doing work while that's happening, and I'm totally stress-free. I don't care if it's busy. I don't care if it's traffic. I don't care if anything's happening, because I'm just doing stuff. You know what I mean? And it's like I can do meetings. Like, full-on meetings with my laptop open, like talking to people while someone else is driving me. So, get a driver. And you can expand your services. Like, and by the way, you can do it with Uber. You can do it with Uber. If you don't want to be like, I mean, for me, I pay Jason as an assistant, and part of that is he drives me. So he gets paid extra. He gets paid twice as much, basically. But you can just do it with Uber. And which I do when Jason's not available. I just take Uber. It's like, I'm not driving. It's too much stress. I don't want to stress about parking. I want to stress about anything. Just take me there. Take me there. I just book myself so I have enough time, and then I just, boom, load the car, and I sit in the back, asleep, or just on my phone. Sending messages, making deals, making people happy. So we can also expand our services and think about what other photographers are doing, what they're offering, and what could you do perhaps that would be a complement to them or a competition to them. Workshops, online courses, product sales. Like, I started selling digital products, and the digital products that I sell, like a call sheet, I sell the best call sheet in the industry. The best, it's $30, $27 actually. The best call sheet. Like, if you're a photographer working pro, what does your call sheet look like? My call sheet's the best call sheet in the industry. So, like, dispute it. So it's like just like digital products, and it's like, and you automate processes. You use automation tools, marketing tools, like scheduling tools. I use Calendly so people can basically book themselves into my calendar. I use Indy for client communication and contracts and all this stuff, like invoices. I just love efficiency. And the one thing that you need to know is I obsess over photographers just like you solve these problems. This is why I do this whole thing. This is why I've created this YouTube channel. It's why I created the Carty method. This whole comprehensive approach helps you transition from the hobbyist, the amateur, the wannabe, like, to an actual professional. And I address all of these things that I talked about today that photographers often have as problems. I address them systematically. And when you focus on the actionable steps of the things that I talk about today, those pain points, those common pain points, you can build a successful photography business. You can. It's like persistence and continuously learning and leveraging the right resources. Like, those are your keys to growth and success in this business. And it's hard. And I give away content here on YouTube weekly for free because I think it's necessary. I don't think that there's enough great YouTube photography content out there. I think there's a few photographers, like less than 5, that are working pros that also have a YouTube channel that are actually giving out super digestible, actionable, helpful information. There's a few. I hope that you feel like I'm one of them. My Pro Accelerator, my next workshop is this coming Sunday, for sure. This coming Sunday is the next masterclass. We are talking phase 6, putting it all together. And then next month in August, we start phase 1 all over again. I'm going to be going through a wave of promotion. I'm going to be wanting to fill some slots. Depending on my numbers, I might open it up to some more people, but at some point the price goes up. The price goes up for this accelerator. This $97 a month is like a introductory rate, but I'm doing something that's better than photography school as far as like the business side of it. Can you focus on me, please? Thank you. As far as the business side of it. So I want to make sure that I'm giving you the best value. So I'm keeping it at $97 until further notice, until I raise it. Guys, I hope today brought you value. It is a bit long in the tooth today, so I'm not going to be able to do any Q&A. But guys, I appreciate you. The broke alternative, by the way, for having a driver is Uber, in case you're wondering, Mikey. Guys, if I brought you value today, please leave a comment. Leave a comment on what your biggest pain point is. That's really all I need you to do. Don't leave it in chat for those hardcores that are watching me live. For you who are watching after the fact, leave in the comments, what's your biggest pain point right now? What is your biggest pain point? What do you feel is stopping your progress and your advancement? I'm going to look and answer every single one of them. You tell me what your pain point is, and in the comments, I'm going to give you a solution, because I'm going to try to convince you to get into my community, which is free, join my photo reviews, which starts your feedback loop, or get into my Pro Accelerator, which will help you become a pro in less than 12 months. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Every Tuesday, we do the Tuesday Ask a Photo Pro after party, which happens only on Zoom. It's an exclusive. It doesn't get recorded, so there's lots of swearing. I'll tell you that for sure, because it's unrecorded and no one can ever see it again. If you want to participate with one of these after parties, you definitely need to go into the community, because that after party is where I'm going to appear within the next few minutes. If you became a member today, thank you. I appreciate you. Know this commercial-free stream cannot happen without the members of this channel. So if you became a member, I thank you. Members are how this whole shit works. So if you're not a member, if you're a subscriber, you'll notice today you were not able to chat. Today was a members only chat. If you want to start being able to hang out with us, know that these chats are going to become members only. It's going to actually start leaning towards more of them are going to be members only than less. Hey, Johnny Springer, thank you for becoming a subscriber. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you became a new subscriber, you're going to see your name scrolling across the bottom of the screen. And again, the members, the member massive, the last 25 of you, you're going to see your name scrolling across the top of the screen. Y'all get crowns. You get those crowns everywhere across YouTube, as well as my emotes, which are the best photography emotes on YouTube, which you can use in your comments. Guys, I love you. Thank you so much for hanging out. And Johnny Springer, look at that. I quickly typed your name and put it at the bottom of my screen. Look how fast I am. Guys, I love you. Thanks so much for watching. Watch more of my content. I don't make this stuff for jokes.